I'm just about to head out and go see a brand new job. It's a rake out and a repoint job. Now this morning I need to run around and go get some sand, some cement, and I need to go get the extractor and a couple of grinding discs. But there's quite a lot to point and there's a few brick replacements to do. So I will meet you guys when I'm at the job in a little bit. Making sure that we've got our extractor and all of our materials so we can actually put mortar back in the wall. So it shouldn't take too long to actually rake out. It's only small, but the joints are quite thick, so we need to bear that in mind. But yeah, we're going to get stuck in. So I've just finished raking out the back of the house. What I need to do is just get a little chisel and do all of the internal corners and some of the door reveals. I just can't reach with my grinding machine and the shroud on. But overall it's not too bad. I've had to do a couple of passes, sometimes 2 to 3 times, to get these big 25 to 30 mil bed joints. But let me show you how much dust I've pulled out. So I think this is 25 litres. And that is absolutely just rammed. So what I need to do right now is transfer to the front of the house because I've got a couple brick replacements to do and a tiny bit of repointing. So I think it's the top 7 courses, or from this point down, just to rake out and repoint. And the same goes here, 2, 4, 6, 7 courses. You can just see how knackered these bricks are. So I need to replace them as well. Just gone 12:30 and we've finished jet washing and we've finished grinding out and finished doing all of the small little intricate bits with the SCS drill and hammer and chisel. So now I need to go get some sand and cement, or some cement because I forgot that earlier. Probably throw a mix on, get some brick acid so we can clean up some of the bricks on the front as well because they're covered in compo, and also try and get a brick match for the bricks on the front as well. So still got quite a busy day, but overall we've not done too bad so far, saying that we've fully grinded out and had a right good tidy up. Having a jet wash on you all the time is so good. Right, so we've just thrown our mix on using the paddle mixer, which is such a good investment, and we've just done a little 4-in-1 mix, sand and cement, because this stuff is cement what's previously existing in the house. So we're going to start on the little bay area. I've only done a small mix, so we're going to see how we get on getting this gear in. So even though I'm using sand and cement on this job, I still use my trowel and hawk to get it all in, because this is just my preferred way of repointing. And that a trowel and hawk is a lot cleaner. I know you have a lot of drop-ins here, but that's fine because of how I've set up my tarpaulin. Also, you just get a lot less smearing on the brickwork. I've seen people use a mortar gun and the compost to be so wet that you end up smearing all your brickwork, and that's no good. Now don't get me wrong, because we are using cement, if I do catch these engineering bricks, as you can see here, it will smear a little, but if I'm careful I can go around and buff that off, and failing that anyway, light spray with some acid wash and these will come up absolutely beautiful. So that's what we'll probably do, just for sheer speed. Just finishing these off with a really fat bar because of how big these joints are. And then when the joints are really big, we can just use a teaspoon or a tablespoon. And that pretty much does the exact same job. And in this case, I will be having to use my teaspoon and tablespoon quite a lot, because there's some massive perps.
We go out for a beer, it's so clear when you're here, but we never get near enough. We drink and we dance, you don't give it a chance. Is it really romance you feel? When you're around, we both try to pretend you're just a guy, and I am just your friend. What if all of my love is yours? What if you were the one I chose? Would you throw me like dirty clothes, or would we last forever?
So what I've started doing on the last couple of repointing jobs is anchoring a bit of DPM, tarpaulin, whatever, to the bottom course, dragging out so everything that drops down when I'm using my hawk drops onto it, and then it's dead easy to clean up. I don't know why it's taken me so long to figure that out. Now you can see the little stains I spoke about earlier. That was already there, but you see the little ones just knocking about. We will clean them up with a little bit of acid. I could rub my hand on it, but that messes up the pointing, so I'd rather keep the pointing really sharp and go over it with a little bit of acid. Right, so we've just wrapped up for the day, and this little section is all I got pointed. But I think I put a mix on at like, what time is it now? Put a mix on at 2, got this in, and then I've just spent the last 45 minutes making sure that the entire job, including all the downpipes, windows, even the back side of this, is all clean and tidy. So we've just got that all done. I mean, I couldn't have really got much more done. Maybe this little section and that brick replacement done there. Probably only the top half, but I'd rather spend the extra 45 minutes cleaning up. Sometimes it's better to spend more time cleaning up than actually getting more work done and then leaving places a bit of a mess. When we turn up next, we need to put brick acid on these bricks to clean them up, replace that one and clean up a couple of these with some acid. And repoint that in, the same goes over there. And then round the back we've also got this blue to replace, this brick to acid, this brick to replace, and a few other bits and bats just knocking about.